Sorry, we had emergency. No, my internet was dying. Did you know that was a thing? I feel like I can't breathe. Oh, I got to take these necklaces off. So Prince Harry. This is a very, very delicate conversation that is never going to make me popular. Should we talk about it? Let's just say there are multiple sides to this conversation. You could be Harry. You could be William. You could be Meghan. You could be... Oh, I bet you hadn't even thought of this person. You could be Archie. Harry. So Ada thinks Harry was sad and lost in his thoughts. I thought Harry looked pretty chipper. He was laughing. I thought it was genius that Harry flew in on American Airlines flight yesterday from Los Angeles. I mean, it just screams Spare. Harry flew commercial. Harry loves his family. Well, I think he does too. But I'm just going to tell you something. I'm on a blog. I have, 30,000 people watch a video. You do not hear me say terrible things about my family on my blog. Not that I say them much anyway, but you don't see me saying it here. Harry and Meghan went on, you're crying to get inside. Like, who cries to get in? Oprah Winfrey and 50 million people watched them, stop it. Watched them rail his family. 50 million people. I mean, that's a commitment. Like, how? Those balls to the walls. So if he was sad today, and I'm not saying that they didn't do anything to him. They might have done terrible things. Everybody's family does something terrible to him at some point. Everybody. I would guarantee you that every person out there, has a story about their family and how they screwed them over, or they did something, or this is called family. I had this friend one time, and we went over there for Thanksgiving or something, and I was like, gosh, everything's so perfect. And he said, everything looks good from the outside. Well, that's what family's like. I mean, it's bad times. I'm not saying they couldn't have felt that way. My friend Mary Scott always says, you can't tell me how I feel. Like, you can't tell somebody how they feel. So true. You cannot tell somebody how they feel. But going on Oprah Winfrey and then creating a series on Netflix was not going to be a good move if you're trying to build relationships with your family. So I think when people feel sad for Harry, what I think of is this is called natural and logical consequences. Like, he went on and just told all, and now they're pissed at him. I mean, I can see that they'd be pissed. I think it's great that he went today. Like, good for him. Like, go and support your dad. Maybe that's the start of ooh, I don't know if that was a good idea, if I should have done that. I don't know, but I'm glad that he went. I think the having to fly back for your, this is just me, fly back for your 4-year-old's birthday party. Someday that 4-year-old Archie is going to be like, mother fricker. I could have had my 4th birthday party in England at my grandfather's coronation, and you decided that we should stay in Los Angeles and have some people over to eat cupcakes and chase chickens? Are y'all on crazy crack? Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, if I were Archie, I would be pissed. Someday he's going to be like, I mean, that was ridiculous. You know what that story is in my family? It's not nearly as glamorous. But my great-grandfather, Amos was his name, who I have out here. I have a little person named Amos. Amos's best friend, Amos Harold, his best friend was Henry Ford. And Henry Ford said to Amos, Amos, I have this idea for something called an automobile. And so my great-grandfather was like, had a mercantile store. And he said, I have this idea. I need tires, like wagon wheels for a car, this automobile. And you know what Amos said? Amos Harold, my kin, my blood. Oh, he said, could you help me make it? You know what he said? No. No way. Nuh-uh. No way, Jose. Not in a million. No. Because there will never be such thing as an automobile. People will always use horse and buggies. So they asked their other best friend. You know who that is? Firestone. Their friend Firestone. And you know what Firestone said? I don't have to tell you, do I? Have you ever seen a tire? What does it say on the side? Firestone. It could have said Harold. Debutante Harold. But alas, it did not. No. That's my story. Archie is 4. He doesn't care about the coronation. Well, he might someday, Kristen. I would also argue, I don't think Archie cares about... I mean, I care. If somebody invited me to the coronation, I would go. Y'all, it's fun. England's fun. You got a bunch of cousins. I mean, all little kids want to do is hang out with their cousins. That's just me. Y'all don't have to agree. The other thing is, to get back for the 4th birthday, when somebody's 4, you can tell them that their birthday is tomorrow. I actually did that, like twice. Because we had something planned, and it was like, Blair's turning 3. She doesn't know her birthday's Saturday. We'll pretend it's Sunday. Happy birthday! And then, voila. You didn't miss their birthday. I mean, it's kind of like telling little kids that it's time for bed when it gets dark early. My mother had us in bed at 5 o'clock because it was dark. She'd be like, oh, it's 8. Really? I'm not tired. It's 8. Yep. So anyway, Harry went all that way, sat 3 rows behind William. He looked smiley to me, and he's not even staying for lunch. I think I'd have just said, you know what? I'm going to take Megan. I'm going to take these kids. I'm going to apologize. And because I don't want my children to miss having an opportunity to have family. And I guess I don't have a brother anymore. I lost my brother. So I wish I had a brother to hang out with, you know? And I cannot imagine not just sucking it up and saying you're sorry and being there for each other. I realize that I could be wrong. There's going to be somebody out here that's like, my brother, you know, cut my pinky toes off in the night. You don't know what it's like. I know there are exceptions. But when people are like, they wouldn't give them security. Well, you ain't getting any security if you don't want to be part of the royal family. Like this, I know it's like y'all thinking I work. You know, you're like, she doesn't work. Well, being in the royal family, it looks cute and fun. Those people are working their arses off. They get up, they get dressed, they take a shower every freaking day, and they behave. Did you see that daughter of theirs who's like, how old is she? 7? She sat there the whole time perfect. My 13-year-old was watching the thing on TV and was laying all over me, complaining, it's so long, and why are we up? We're watching this. She would have been talking about how everything was itching. I mean, My teenagers wouldn't have shaved. I mean, people in my house are bad. Those kids have been taught to get it together and behave. And I said it once, and I'll say it again. When Megan had to give up all that social media, I said at the time, I was in these pajamas watching her wedding, and I said, this is not going to end well. She cannot possibly give up all this fame to be a humble wife of Prince Harry. And no matter what you say, I was right. They're now living in Los Angeles with chickens. She got married in England. It's not like she said from the get-go, I ain't going to be in England. I don't want anything to do with you fools. She did the whole thing. I mean, she was balls to the... She was in. But was she in? Or was she not? Why does it land on Harry to apologize? The family attacked his wife. You know, I don't know if the family attacked his wife or not. I think the family, like all families, is probably said things that were inappropriate and wrong, but that 4 zillion people could be like, that sounds like something my grandfather would have said. Would I say it now? No. But if you walked away from every inappropriate thing somebody in my family said, or my husband's family said, you would no longer see people. Because that's what they do. That's what families do. They say inappropriate things. Is it right? No. But is it an attack? No, I don't think. Did you read the book? Spare? No, I didn't. Princess Anne does 214 things. They wanted to flee the press. You know, I just think Meghan did not want to. I think Meghan wanted her cake and wanted to eat it too. I think she wanted to marry Harry, and it was not going to work. And I wish she had said, I want to marry you, but I don't want anything to do with your family. And then he could have made a decision based on that truth. I think that was her truth, and I think she duped. That's what I think. I think it was a trick. I know. Y'all don't believe me. You don't agree. And I could be wrong. Stranger things have happened. But that's what I think. Yep. And I mean, Kate's sneaky too. You know how she got William, don't you? She put on that bikini and that sheer dress, and she, on the catwalk, I shake my little tush on the catwalk. She got William the way that men have been captured for years. Sex sells. Her sexy self. What? Yeah. So she's sneaky. I know these people. They sneaky. They speak my language. Okay, I'm off to the bounce house. Subscribers, I'll see you this afternoon for a replay after I take people to play.